Hello everyone, welcome back to CyberDucky. Today we're going to do the episode 3 of BGP journey. In this last video, or in the last video, we saw how we configured, iBGP between Route 1 and Route 2. Then we shared the routing. We saw how their communication happened between our ISP 1 and R2. So today, if you can see my screen, so today what we're going to do is we have a new router 3 R3. We have R3 and we're going to set up this link between these two. Then we're going to see this particular route. What do you call this? Let me change the color. So this IP's reachability, meaning when we advertise this IP in the BGP, we'll see how it's populated. Is it going here? Then is it shared here? Or is it shared to here? I mean, it's only to this route, but it's not shared here or not. So if it is not, then what we need to do to make it work. So that's what we're going to do today. I hope if you're watching this video first time, then I have the link for the last videos. You can check, or you can go back to my channel and check the starting video. Basically, we are doing a BGP series from establishing iBGP, which is we done in episode 1, I think. Then we did iBGP connectivity from this to this, and we managed to establish the connectivity from here to here. Now we are trying to do a new setup. We want to know if there is we have a new iBGP route. Is it going to go all the way here, or we need to do something here? So that's what we're going to do today. So let's go and start our lab. So I'm going to set up this network in a fast pace. So yeah, so I have set up already the IP connectivity. We can reach the neighbor R3 on IP address 12.12.12.2. So before we configure the BGP, we can see here all this information. We have this interface connected. We can ping. We go back to R3. We double check here. Okay, good. So let's configure our neighboring with our R1. Okay, let's go. Okay, before that, let's see BGP summary. So IP BGP summary. We don't have config. No. Router BGP 200. So we are setting up an iBGP. So we need to match our AS number with router 1. So neighbor 12.12.12.1 remote AS is 200, and I am update source. I'm giving giga interface 0/2. So when you don't have much IP address and you have directly connected, maybe you don't need to use this part, but I always use it. It makes things easier for me. So that's why I always configure that. Okay, so we have done that, and this show IP BGP summary. So what we are seeing here, we have our BGP configuration is done. So we go. Okay, I think before that, let me set up the R1 config T. Now I need to go inside router BGP 200 neighbor 12.12.12.2 update source. I'm going to update source first and see what happens. So, prefix. Okay, prefix need to be set up first. Remote. Sorry. We need to have the remote AS first. Sorry. 200. Then we change to this one. Yeah, it's up already. By now it's changed already. I think summary. Yeah, it's now already connected. It's just never to become this. And sorry, it also gets already. Show IP BGP. Interesting. So we have the routing information of 11.1 also, but I don't think so. We can ping. Let's say 1.1. No, because it's showing next hop is 10.1, which is this. So we need to enable the self hop for this subnet as well. Okay, let's do that on Okay. Next, hop self. All okay. Now let's see what happened. BGP IAP still not updated. Let's wait for a while. Okay, clear. Exam already. We go BGP summary first. Okay, it's for 7 seconds. Let's try BGP now. See, now it's changed to 12.1. Before it was 10.1. That's why it's not working. On the one. But I think still there is a problem because ISP1 doesn't know where is the 4, I think. Show, sorry, 12, show IP BGP. It's not there because we never advertised 12 in the BGP. Let me end this. Show IP BGP. Okay, and show run section BGP. Okay, yeah, we need to, we don't have advertised this. So this router BGP 200 network 12.12.0. Mask is 255.255.255.252 and right in my memory. Okay, this one now it should be there. Okay, now it's there. So hopefully now it works. Yeah, it works. So the problem is first time we couldn't reach because of the next hop IP was different. It should be reachable by our own router, which we earlier in the even earlier episode we solved this problem, which is called next self hop. So that's we fixed because when we have a iBGP and BGP, let me try to explain it one more time. Okay, so this connectivity is EBGP, right? So this one is EBGP. EBGP. Okay. So what's happening is that whatever routes comes from here to here, they use this IP to point as a gateway. So when this router send here, it's used this IP as a gateway, and this router don't know about this IP information. So that's why when we put the next self hop, so what's happening is that it will change instead of this IP, this router will put its own IP for this network. So if you go to this router and if we see IP route, instead of this, we will be seeing this IP. Let's correct this one. Let me delete this. So now we are going here to check to reach this one. What is the gateway? Just to recall our memory. Okay. Show IP BGP. Yeah, see, that's what we can see. Okay, we have 330 is okay. Okay, so now we're going to get into the today's big topic, which is, let's say we're going to add this IP to advertised in the BGP, and this is iBGP. This is also iBGP for this relationship here. Here is EBGP. So what we want to know is that if we shared IP subnet if advertised in the iBGP, can be seen in EBGP and the iBGP. So that's what we're gonna try now. Okay, let me open my router 3 50 router BGP 200 network 4.1.14 mask case 255.255.255 and show IP BGP. Okay, it's already in the network, in the advertisement. Try BGP. This is the core. Okay. By right, it should be able to reach because this is correct. So let's see. Flow. Okay. And before we go to other iBGP router, we will check from our ISP. Okay. We can see 44 is advertised. And now for our last BGP route, we don't see initially. Now we see what happened. Oh, we cannot see the 4.4.4 in our this router here. So we can see here, which means we should be able to see here also. Unfortunately, we cannot see here. But thankfully, we can see from here also. We can see we have the connectivity. We can ping. Right. So what's the problem? Okay, the problem here is in BGP there is something called split horizon concept, meaning to say when this router gets a new route from another iBGP, yeah, correct, iBGP neighbor, it will not send to another iBGP. The reason is they are looking, because the AS numbers are all same, 200, 200. So they're basically looking at in the, route information, and they see the same AS number here. They don't send here because it can be in a loop. So this is how they prevent loop. So it's a loop prevention mechanism in BGP, one of the thing. So we will talk advanced things eventually. I'm just trying to do the basic things because this is also good exercise for us to repeat our, concept to improve. So before we go to the advanced, so to solve that, there is something called, we need to go inside R1 to use a route reflector. For that, we need to do is config the route BGP 200. So we need to go to this one, then we need to put route reflector. Reflector client. So what it's happening is, if we go to R2 now you see it's seen here. Let's see here. Did we notice the 3? We don't see here 3. See, we don't see 3 here because this is also the same thing. If you want this to get the 3, if you ping 3, it doesn't work. I think it's updated already. Oh yeah, it's already updated. Okay, good. Okay, so when you put route reflector client, it's updated both routes they shared. So now we can see, we can ping the 444. Okay, good. So what we learned today is if we have all the AS number or iBGP network, and if it doesn't, when we share the network over iBGP, it automatically update on the iBGP side, but it doesn't advertise to iBGP to another neighbor, unless we enable them iBGP as a, in iBGP, we need to enable the route reflector for that particular subnet or in the neighbor as a client for us to transfer this information. And BGP has using AS number to monitor the loop or routing loop. So when we do route reflectors, it helps us to pass the route information to bypass that particular split horizon concept. And thank you for watching my video. I hope it's helpful for you guys to learn on BGP. It gives you the interest to learn. Actually, if you can, you need to invest more time on learning BGP. BGP is very interesting protocol, and it also pays very highly if you know inside out it very good. If you know very well this concept of routing, especially BGP, you can get a very good jobs. And so if you are a normal network engineer, if you are worried about getting into knowing BGP, then please keep follow up and please comment about your questions if you have. I will try to answer every day, possibly every time I can, and I do a video based on your request. Thank you for your time. See you in another video.